before Jeffrey Ferguson was scheduled to be put to death by lethal injection on Wednesday, demonstrators were holding vigil, while reporters are on the scene. For both proponents and detractors of capital punishment, the questions are many. Some have remained the same over the years. What's fair? What's constitutional? What's moral? And of course, what's cruel and unusual? But at the site of Ferguson's pending execution, some of the newer questions, recently brought to light by St. Louis Public Radio reporter Chris McDaniel, linger in the press room. Where are tonight's execution drugs coming from? Were they obtained legally? Will there be a stay of Ferguson's execution? Journalists gather in this room waiting for news as Jeffrey Ferguson's life hangs in the balance. When covering an execution, it's often more of a waiting game than anything else. But for some, these hours are nothing compared to the 25 years that have passed since that night.
And what Ferguson did, he abducted a 17-year-old kid, a young girl she's working a night job while she's going to school, abducted her, did unspeakable things to her in the dead of winter, and then slowly strangled her and killed her, and then dumped her body, her unclothed body, in a field and left her there. I mean, he absolutely earned it. We're not throwing darts at boards and deciding who gets sentenced to death and who doesn't.
In these final hours, appeals are still being considered and denied.
There's still obviously a trial over the constitutionality of Missouri's methods. For the previous execution, 3 Supreme Court justices, 3 out of 9, said that they would grant a stay. They voted for a stay. For this specific one, 4 out of the 9 justices voted for a stay.
Is it surprising?
It does surprise me because there aren't really many different circumstances between this case and the previous one.
But even with one more vote, it's still a minority, and so the execution order stands. Ferguson is pronounced dead at 12:11 a.m.
The offender has died.
The state's witnesses to the execution, including several journalists, file in along with the victim's family.
I have no idea how she felt. I'm sure none of you out here know how she felt, but she had to first and foremost feel the fear. The man that just died because of this, he felt an iota of the fear she felt.
There are still uncertainties and questions much bigger than this particular case.
The previous one, I'm not asking for their identity, of course. I'm just asking, was it the same pharmacy as last time?
We won't get into that, but everything proceeded in a constitutional, lawful manner following the protocol.
And as the executions continue to play out with increasing frequency, so do the questions. For Stay Tuned, I'm Margaret Enright.